Listen to this. This is crazy. I just spoke with a client who said he got quoted 68,000 by an agency for producing a leadership and management course, which already exists, and it's an off-the-shelf course. They would tweak 5% of it just to adjust it to their brand and tweak a few things. And then I wondered, so how did they come to that, to that price? So if you think about instructional designer salaries in the US, which is the highest paid market for instructional designers, and if you think about the well-paid jobs, because obviously not everyone is making 70K as an instructional designer in the US, and if you increase that and you say, okay, let's take the top, let's take the 80%, in terms of the average, not the one percenters who are making like 150K, and you calculate it, you break it down by week, by hour, then you come down to $38 per hour. And if you use a typical agency model where you have one third the salary, one third the overheads, and one third the margin, of course pre-tax, you get to 115 per hour. And then if you actually make the assumption that these teams are teams that are not necessarily all of them are based in the US, and so they're not everybody's making 78K. Some of them might be in Australia, in Canada it's actually lower, this number is wrong, and then in the UK or in India or any location that has a lower cost of living where the instructional designer salaries are adjusted to that cost of living. And then you could come very quickly to the conclusion that, so if they had the very well paid in the US instructional designers based in the US, they actually quoted 74 days of one person's time to make that 5% tweak without having any like sort of super requirements or just very custom changes. And then if we make the assumption that these teams are comprised of people that are not just based in the US, then are we seriously considering quoting people 4 days to make a 5% change to an off the shelf course? I mean, it's ridiculous, right?